Good morning, everybody. I have watched the Roxy Sisters' new prompts this morning, and I'm quite excited. I love nests and things like that. So I've taken my little book out. That's the first one. And I had this green polka dot fabric, but I thought it might be a bit too green. But I thought maybe if I flip it over, I can use it that way. That way I get a green tinge and the dots on this kind of flow on from the dots on the tool there. As soon as they said nest, I was inspired. Let me show you. Okay, I got this years ago, and this was handmade by a lady called Vicky, and she has a blog. I'm not sure if she still has it, but it was called 2 Bags Full, and I bought one of her nests, and I think it's a spring nest. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've got it standing on a little pedestal, and I've got some little pearls in the center to depict eggs. And it's just a stunning piece. I have it in my glass cabinet, and it's just made up of all different trims and yarns, and there's some leaves and things, and there's also little charms and things like that throughout it. It's so beautiful. And it's a knitted nest. Look, there's bits of lace, there's all sorts, but this is my inspiration. Look, there's beads. See the acrylic beads here and there? It's just lovely, and there's like dotted organza. There's all sorts in here. Little crystals. It's just so lovely. The bird I popped on, just to, have a bird on it. So I'm just going to sit that over there for a moment. Absolutely love that. There aren't that many things I've been able to afford to buy from people, from artists. And that is it's one of my treasures. I just love it. And everybody comments on it when they come, my family, if they come in my room, and that people comment on it. It's just an eye-catching piece. So that will be my inspiration, all this sort of thing, to make a nest similar to that. It'll be fun, I think, to do that. But I need to get a background. This will need pressing first, and the reason I'm not going for the green is because the nest will probably get a little bit lost in it. So if I go for that side of it, I get the lovely dotted effect. I get a tinge of green, but it's a nice flow on as well. I've got a bit of linen here left over from this doily here. I also thought, okay, here we go, a bit of this, because I've used it over here. Maybe I could put a piece of that on here as well. So I'll cut a piece of that off. And that can probably go down the bottom there or something. Like that. Now, mine's not a realistic field notes look. I was watching, oh, what is her name? Oh my, I'll put it on the screen. I was watching it just a little while ago, and it's absolutely beautiful. She's done such a lovely job, and it's so realistic, and it's just like a field notes book, the way she's doing it. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm not going for that look. I'm just having a bit of fun, and I'm trying to keep it fairly simple because I have other things to be doing as well. I just spotted a little bit of a ticking fabric there as well, so maybe we'll, maybe we'll be able to put a few scraps on. There's another bit. Is there? Oh no, that's something else. Okay. Maybe we can do that. My nest. I need a base for my nest. I've got a scrap of paper here. I just need something that big. I probably want a branch or something on this side, and some twigs going up there. I think I have a bird because I cut out a bird in my down the garden path, so I know somewhere I have fabric that has a bird on it that may work. Just let me have a look. Okay, I found it, and it's from a, they layer cakes. It's like you get a whole stack of fabrics. It's for quilting, and I bought it years and years and years ago. Oh goodness, could be 7 or 8 years ago I bought it, but it's got birds on it, and that's what I'm thinking. I used that bird in a different colorway on my journal on my down the garden path. I love this colorway, but there's not really a full bird on this one, so I can't use that. So I'll have to go back to this one, and I'm thinking, so it will either be that bird or that bird. I'm thinking this one here. So I'm just going to cut that out. Because that will give me room for the nest if I have the bird that way. So it's a shame it's got the blue background, but like I said, they don't always give you full birds on things. So let's have a look. I mean, I can needle turn applique that on if I want, and that would pretty much get rid of the bird. Oh, I could have done it a bit different. Oh, never mind. It's okay. It's okay. So let's just get a bit closer. I won't use the background. I was going to, but I'm thinking it's just too blue, really, for what I want. I can use the leaves on something. I just need to get a gauge how much room I need. Okay. All right. So he comes down like, we don't want that sticking out, otherwise it'll end up too bent. He comes up like that, which means I need a nest. See, there's no nests on these, but like that perhaps. So up here, what have I got? What have I got around here? Got some scrap laces in a bag that have been tea and coffee stained at some stage. That might be nice. lift that one up a bit like that. It will get hidden a bit, but that's okay. Maybe, no, down, down, down. Like that. Maybe a bit of that there. I'm just trying to get an idea for the collaging. Get the right way. Like that. Am I in shot? There we go. Just to add a bit of interest to the page. Like that. Okay, we're going to go with that. I'll press these bits before I put them on. It's so pretty. Like that, like that. That just sort of helps it to continue on. That will be put there. And so then I need a nest here. I may need a little something up here. I'm just thinking, where did I put that? Is it over here? Where is it? Oh, look at that. That wasn't what I was looking for. Could go that way. I actually don't think that's going to be seen much like that because the writing's off to one side. Let me see if I can get another piece that's a little bit. Just need a little bit. Okay, that might be better. Like that. And that. That like that. Or do I want that up or down? Maybe down will be seen a bit more because I want bits hanging down from the nest like this. You know, I want to put little acrylic leaves and things like that in there, and charms, but very flat ones, just to give that same effect as what this is. Okay, that there. Because they're going to be seen together, there has to be a little bit of cohesion, I guess you could say. Oh, I love that. That's what I used on the title page. No. Need something else. What's in here? I've got this bag of bits. See, bits like that be nice in a nest. That's not what I'm looking for just yet. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? I remember that lace. It's so beautiful. That's not what I'm looking for. What am I looking? I'm looking for something just to go down there. It's got little leaves on it. Oh, I want to put a tree, like a branch, although I don't think there's enough room because the bird's quite big. bird is quite big, but it could come like that. It doesn't have to be like a tree trunk or anything. I can just have a nest. I think that's fine to just have a nest. And then I could put maybe something going up there. Even just a bit like that. There. For a little bit of texture. Although it doesn't stand out a great deal. There's this other lace in here. There's this one. This one's quite stiff. Very stiff. I wonder if that would be a bit better. A bit of that. I often like the wrong side of things because they've got a little bit more texture on them. No. This is off an old blouse. See, there's our polka dots again. These ones are raised up just a little bit. I don't think we need any more dots there though. Maybe we just need another piece of fabric. What's that? Look at that. I haven't seen these for ages. I found the bag the other day and thought I'd just... Oh, that's quite effective, isn't it? I thought I would just grab it out. Oh, quite like that. To play with. Let's get a decent sized pair of scissors. I could put that there, like that. Yes, I quite like that. Okay, we'll do that then. Put those away. Okay, so, because I want the bird. Maybe the bird. Maybe the bird needs to be backed and stitched onto a bit of backing so it has a little bit of dimension and then placed on top of the nest once I've done. That must have come out of that bag. That's quite pretty, isn't it? Can we put this somewhere, I wonder? Might be able to go around the top of the nest like that. So if I've got a bird there, and the nest is like, perhaps like that, coming around, like that. And it could just be a little bit of texture around the back side of the nest. That's a thought. That is a thought. That would be pretty nice. Let's just move the bird and that piece over and pin these down before I change my mind or before I do anything else, because they'll need invisible stitching down. lift it up a bit. I've got a habit of making them a little bit too, they don't overlap enough. So okay, well that didn't take very long. Might move that in just a little bit because I think the base page is just a little bit more narrow, but not quite as wide as I wanted it. So, like that. And like that. Right. Okay. There we go. See, it wasn't, because when you fold that over there, it just wasn't quite. I might trim a little bit of the green off and then it will be all right. I don't mind little bits hanging out, but I don't want it getting bigger and bigger as I go along. But I'll wait till I've stitched it, because sometimes once you've stitched it, it brings it all in. So I'm happy with the base of that one. I think that will be quite nice. What about this? See that? I know what would work there. I do know what would work there. But it's whether I have one floating around right now. I'm thinking a piece of doily. Like, just a piece of, crochet doily. That's not quite what I was thinking, but maybe. Because see, hang on. Oh, where's the, is that? That was off a completely different doily, wasn't it? That one. I will find something. Or here we go. I think that's a bit too, I found this thrifting, op shopping, lovely dotted fabric. Look at that. It's lovely. It was only $1 and look how much of it is in there. But it's not quite right for what I'm thinking. I'll be back. Oh, this is off a garment as well that I cut up years ago. And I'm thinking maybe I could just almost run up all the way. I cut it that long, I can play with that. Quite like that. And those little fringy bits can just hang over like that. That could work. I don't want to get too collagey because it just won't flow. But that might work just to help it. I think so. The bird brings it back down a bit to this kind of look. And then the nest, a couple of branches. Yeah. And I could even like have a couple of flowers on it too. Yeah. Perhaps. I don't want it to look too grungy, that's the thing. Like I don't, or thick in the gully there. Because it's not real. I just want to keep it light and pretty, to be honest. So, although I like that, it's not, it's taking it in a little bit of a different direction than what I wanted to go for this. Okay, so that can work like that, because that will still look nice. And maybe if I just move everything over. Okay, I'm going to go and move everything over and invisible stitch it. Oh, hang on. That might work a little bit better. Just to have a strip of that going up there, like that. And that can come over like that. Okay, hang on. About that. That can come down a bit, I think. Like that. I might just have it like that. Yes. That could even go over there. Okay, I'm going to walk away just for a little while. Just so I have no idea which way that goes. Just so that I can come back and have a look at it and see if I like it. I think that's what I will do. I think I like that. And once it's all moved over, and because the main event is going to be the nest, but I still want something in the background there that you won't see a great deal of. So, yeah, I think I like that a bit better. I'll be back. All right, so all that's been invisible stitched down. I'm quite liking how that is at the moment. I did stitch my bird to a little bit of linen, and you might say why, and I kind of said that to myself when I was doing it. Why am I stitching it to the linen? Why aren't I stitching it to the background? Then I remembered I want to set it on top of the nest, and I have to do the nest first. Now, it looks a bit messy around here, but I'm going to be stitching over the top of it, so that doesn't concern me at all. It's neater around the top end, which is a good thing because that's the part that will sit over. And I also want to put a bit of stuffing in here, I think. So let's just see how we go. Let's just put it a little good. Last thing I want to do is snip the front of it. So I've got a little opening there, and I think I will put a little bit of wadding. I've got a few bits hanging around here. So let's have a look. Where's my... let's see. Don't need too much. I don't want it heavily stuffed like a stuffed toy or anything, but just a little bit of dimension would be nice. I'll be stitching over there, like I said. Okay. Just tiny little bits at a time. And for those that are curious, this little tool is called a purple fang. That's the actual name of it. I don't know if it's called that purple fang, Thang. Brilliant little tool. I've had these for quite a long time. You can see how well used it is. It's a sewing tool, and it's great, you know, for moving things under your sewing machine and things like that with both ends. You can also thread elastic and things like that. It has a 1/4 inch mark at the end there, but it's also great for, you know, pushing things like this inside here. And they're very strong. I got a couple from Temu, I think. They're not as strong as these.
The original's always best, you know, but they still work well, the ones from Temu, but these ones are great. When I bought this one, I bought a spare one, and I haven't opened the spare one as yet, so that's how well they last. Quite a few years. Let's have a look. Oh, that looks quite nice. Okay, now I just need to, I think, do I have a thread? Okay, that one will do. We'll just close that up so it doesn't open back up and lose all my stuffing. So I think I've got off to a great start early in the week. I'm just going to do like a little ladder stitch. It's at the back, nobody's going to see it. It will be stitched to the piece just to stop that wadding. And I don't want to pull it too tight, but just enough that the wadding won't fall out, because if I pull it too tight, it'll end up sitting funny. So that should be fine like that. A couple of stitches there. Okay. Now because I'll have to cut it out of the linen as well, it's not going to go on like that. I can either turn that over and stitch it underneath, or I can leave a little edge around it, fray it a little bit, and use my ink pencils just to, you know, blend it in a little bit. But I'm not going to do that until I've done all my stitching, perhaps, and until I've done my nest, so I know where it's going to be. But that's what it looks like. Don't worry about the messy stitches around the points and that, because they're going to have stitching done to them. I'll show you similar perhaps to this, which I would love to finish that way. Okay. Oh, that's a little bit different, but see how I left that end and it's got the wool and threads and that just left fluffy on the end of the wing there? That's what I'm thinking of. So to have them left fluffy at the end there. Okay, so I think that's it for today. I was so excited about this one, and I'm going to leave my nest out. Hopefully the cat doesn't, might have to put it away for a while. I may have to do little legs, but I may not, because I think it was coming down like that. You wouldn't really. You may see a couple of legs, but we'll see. We'll see now. So that's it. I will do some stitching on the background as well. Probably some canvas stitching, because I like the way it looks and I want the nest to be the focus rather than anything else. Probably I did stitching words that time, but I've got, where is it? Is this it? I've got alphabet and number stamps. I could perhaps do a bit of stamping on this page just to make it a little bit different. That would be nice. So, but we'll see. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll put the details to Rachel and Sarah's channel in the description box below if you'd like to take part in this or any of their other 6-month projects. So take care, everybody. Bye.